Welcome to another episode of AGF Stitched with Kimberly. Today we'll be making the welded quilt using the Artisan collection by Pat Bravo. The autumn colors of this collection make me really look forward to fall. The blocks in this quilt are so simple, but it's on point, and I'm going to give you a trick on how to trim it down so we don't have to work with any bias edges and you've got the perfect size quilt. So let me show you how you make this. To start making our blocks, we're going to be using color 6730 Aurifil. You're going to take a fabric G square and add 2 fabric D rectangles and press. Then add 2 fabric B rectangles and press. Make 9. Now we're going to make our color welded blocks using the same technique. You're going to add fabric K rectangles to a fabric M square and press. Then add fabric I rectangles. You're going to make 2 of each block. Now for the edge of the quilt, we're going to be making partial units. You're going to sew a fabric F square to a fabric C rectangle, and your excess fabric is going to be at the top. Press. Then add a fabric A rectangle and have your excess fabric to the right. We're going to be trimming this off later. Make 6. Now we're going to make our half color welded blocks using the same technique. You're going to make 2 of each block. Now we're halfway done, and now we're going to assemble our rows. For our large rows, you're going to assemble the blocks we made previously with fabric N rectangles. We're going to make 2 row 1s, 1 row 2, 1 row 3, 1 row 4, 1 row 5, and 1 row 6. For our sashing rows, we're going to use fabric P rectangles and our remaining fabric N rectangles. You're going to make 2 sashing row 1s, 2 sashing row 2s, and 2 sashing row 3s. Assemble all of your quilt rows to make your quilt center. Here's some tips to make your center work out perfectly. When you're attaching your rows together, pin in every intersection, and I even pin twice between intersections. Then, instead of sewing from the edge to edge, it's much better to sew from the center of the quilt to the outside, stop, flip, sew over your previous stitches, and sew to the other edge. It's going to come out much better for you. Now here is the beauty of this quilt. The way we made this, we made all these blocks without bias edges so we could trim, and it's going to come out perfect. If we would have written it as a bias edge, it would have been a hot mess. So you're going to love this technique. What we're going to be doing is trimming a 1/4 inch outside of your outermost point. Those are your white fabric N rectangles. So I'm going to use my Creative Grids ruler, and I'm going to place my 1/4 inch line right on the point. And we're just going to trim. And I usually cut from the top all the way to the bottom. So we're just going to keep trimming, and you can see everything is lining up perfectly. Thanks for watching this episode of AGF Stitched with Kimberly. Let me know what you think of our on-point technique, and make sure to hashtag AGF Stitched. See you next time.